Hello, my friend. Happy to see you again now for this new section and mostly this new practical activity where we're going to build together the random forest regression. So this is our last model of the regression part, and we're going to build it very quickly and efficiently because actually it looks very much like the decision tree regression model. So we will be very efficient, and besides, right after this section comes the most important section for you. It is the section where Kirill and I will explain to you how to not only evaluate your regression models, but also how to select the best one. So right after we're done with the random forest regression, we will actually have a new data set with, multiple features, like more a real world data set. And I will show you how to use your regression code templates to quickly plug your regression models onto the dataset and quickly find the best one. All right, so that will be very important for you to learn how to handle. But now let's smash our last regression model, the random forest regression. And before we start, let's just make sure everyone here is on the same page. I gave you the link to this folder right before this tutorial in the article. So make sure to connect to that link. And now we should all be on the same page. So we're all gonna go into part 2 regression. Then we're going to go this time to the last regression model, which is our random forest regression. And then we're going to start as usual with Python. And this folder contains, once again, the position salaries dataset, and of course, the random forest regression implementation in the IPYNB format, which you can therefore open with either Google Collaboratory or Jupyter Notebook. And as far as I'm concerned, as usual, I'm going to open it with Google Collaboratory. So there we go. Let's start implementing the random forest regression model. So now it is, laying out the notebook. And in a second, we should have it. There we go. All right. So as usual, this is in read-only mode. So we're going to quickly create a copy so that we can re-implement it. We're not going to re-implement it from scratch because it is really similar as the decision tree regression model. So you will see that we will only re-implement one code cell. And if you come here in this regression folder for the first time with random forest regression, well, I encourage you to have a look at decision tree regression first, because indeed all these code cells were explained, right? But this time we're only going to delete this one. That's where we, train the random forest regression model on the whole data set. And then all the rest is the same. It is all the same as decision tree regression. We import first the libraries, then we import the data set. Then after, the training of the random forest regression model on the whole data set, we predict this new result, which is the exact same syntax. Actually, I'm going to hide this now. So this is the exact same syntax as the decision tree regression model. And then here, that's the same. This is the exact same code that we implement to visualize the random forest regression results. All right, so let's just keep this because we did it many times. And I'm sure you're looking forward to that final section where, everything is going to make sense, because indeed you will learn how to use this regression folder containing all these code templates for regression, and you will learn how to understand which model to choose and select the best one for your dataset. I will explain everything in this last section, but for now, let's implement that only missing code cell to train the random forest regression model on the whole dataset. So let's add a new code cell here, and now there you go. You could once again totally do it yourself by looking at some documentation online. And actually, well, let's do it together this time. We're going to pretend that, we would like to build a random forest regression model and train it on the dataset, and that I have absolutely no clue on how to build it, or, on which scikit-learn class to use to build it. So let's see. Well, what I would do, as I said, would be to go to Google or Bing. So here's Google, and I would type here in the search bar, for example, scikit-learn, all right, and then random forest regression, this one, right? Even the suggestion helps, so that's perfect. Then pressing enter, and then I would go for the link of scikit-learn, the scikit-learn website, and this will usually be the first link, as it is the case right here. So let's click this, and normally I should find inside the exact name of the random forest regression class and also the name of the module that contains this class. And indeed, that is exactly what we see in big here. This is the whole library scikit-learn. This is the module that contains the class we want, and this is the name of the class. So there you go. Well, let's actually take everything here and we will adapt this a bit because this is not exactly what we have to write in Python, but I'm sure you'll know how to adapt this. There you go. That's what I wanted to show you. You know, it's very, very easy to find online the name of a class that allows to build the model you want, right? I just had to type scikit-learn and random forest regression and just go to the first link. So you see, very, very easy. So let's go back to our implementation and let's start building this random forest regression model and train it on the whole data set. So now I'm going to paste what I've just copied because indeed, in order to import this class, I simply need to add here at the beginning a from, right? From scikit-learn, and then from the ensemble module of scikit-learn, well, I'm going to import that random forest regressor class.